Hello team, good evening. Welcome to the second day of our electronic job section. And yeah, I forgot to mute. Okay, so on behalf of Eastern Academy, I welcome you all. Now let us move on to the session. And as I mentioned to you that yesterday we have discussed about what industry expects, because we are going to look for a job on the industry, not the college. So where you are going, you should know that expectation. Okay. Now the next thing is what type of jobs. So let us go into it. And as I'll give you once again. Anytime you can contact me in WhatsApp or email. It's fine. That I've given you the thing from my first day onwards. And day one, we have discussed about the what industry expects. That is, industry expects very minimal from you. There is a big difference from the college. You study a lot, 8 semesters and 8 subjects every semester. You study a lot, but industry expects very minimal. And we also demonstrated why you are not able to break the wall of the core industry, because your strength is dissipated on various things. Now let us make how to focus our strength and do the thing. Before that, we have so many things. I get n number of queries from sir. I am so much dedicated to VLSI. I want to go to VLSI. I'm an embedded. I want to go to hardware design. I hate programming. And somebody say I want to go PCB. Somebody say I want to go to medical electronics. So many things. Everybody is having so many things. Then only I thought I'll just give a top level idea of the jobs in the market. So before we prepare for the job, that's on the third day, we're going to prepare. Before we prepare for the job, let us know that what are the jobs are there. Otherwise, we cannot prepare. So the day two, we're going to discuss about the type of jobs in the core industry. Okay, so now let us move on to the topic quickly, because we have a less number of time, because 5 days, very short time. As we discussed, we have about so many job type. First job type what we are taking is a board design, because that's a very traditional one. That is PCB design. That's a very traditional one, a board design. That is, you get the components, put it on a board such a way that people can use it. Okay, so that's what when see, to be honest, when I was studying in the college, when I joined the electro hardware industry as a R&D hardware engineer at HCL, all the time we thought this is what electronics in 1980s, 90s. So that's a thing started. This is a very first electronic job offered to the engineers. So electronic, there were the two engineers. One is called software engineers. They go to the software field. One is called hardware engineers. That we go for the board design. So there is electronic engineer. So we are all called hardware engineer. In the board design, there were lots of very interesting things are there. The first one is called board design. Okay, so there we will have a typical types. One is digital electronic boards. That's boards which have only digital components. That is with TTL ICs and other digital components, processors and so many things. We draw the circuit and we connect them and we tested them. That. If you would like to attack this one, digital electronics, we will discuss individually on the boards later. Okay, with my thoughts. Now I put it on the PowerPoint to have a summarize you what is it. That is, the board design is, there is one called digital electronic board design. That's a typical one. You know that today, even when I started in 1980s itself, there were lots of things. But today, in 2021, most of the board designs are this one, digital. Everywhere digital economy and digital, everything is digital. All your what do you call thing? So we are a little bit unfortunate in this area. This 90% of the 80% of the electronic students are very interested on this, but unfortunately, we did a small mistake in 1980s. So we have lost now in the last only few years. We have started getting into the manufacturing a lot. Maybe in the coming years, next 5 years, there'll be we have a wonderful future in India, because world market is approaching India for digital products. So we'll have a lot of things. The second one is electrical fundamental. To do this board design, you have a very strong electrical fundamentals. Otherwise, things will not work. This is not connecting the few ICs. This is actually called interface. Okay, that I'll discuss thoroughly on the board. What are the factors we see that when you do electrical fundamentals? Why do we require this? And third one is analog design, where analog boards, where you should have a very strong in analog components and everything. And if you don't do that, then it's going to be a thing. But it's a very niche market. There were lots of companies, and not many students are interested, but some of the students are very interested. And there's a very good market in the outside. And next one is, that it's a very recent phenomena. For last 10 years, it's booming very well. Even today, tomorrow, it's going to boom. It's called RF. RF design is a wonderful thing. Very interesting, but it's a very challenging. Okay, but that has a beautiful future. So they're all out of interest. We can go on to the thing. But generally, all these things are called board design. Once you get into the board design, if initially start doing digital, it's very easy. Then move to analog if you're interested. Then from analog, you move to RF. That's a real path. That's why I put it on list one by one. And because the easiest one is digital. Most of the time it will work. There's a very rare reason it will fail. A radio, that's RS, called radio frequency. Okay. That's called RF. Wireless. Actually, that is called wireless boards. Today, all your wireless devices, because that track design, everything is very tough. RF means, that's why industry call RF. So it's called wireless. You can call it as a wireless design. Okay. Others are, all the other designs are wired design. There's something called wireless design. You should know how to interface antenna. Every small 1 millimeter of track length will spoil the whole board. Then the result will not come. It's all very, very niche area. But every market wanted that. Okay, so if you're interested, if somebody could have college itself got a very interested towards that wireless signals and RF thing, then they can go for it. Okay, radio frequencies. It's all pure of electromagnetic waves and other things. Okay, so this is the first thing of board design. Okay, so better let us be clear about this industry. The board design does not require a software. It's required sometime. I'll come later. Okay, board design does not require a thing, software generally today. Okay, so companies ready to accept you, but provided you have to prove them you are too good in this design. The biggest problem with the board design is, you make a board, something is wrong, the whole cycle will take very long time. Okay, that's why you have to be very perfectionist. You should be thorough in knowledge. That's why normally you say, hey, whenever I apply, they don't pick me up. They look for only experienced people. That's a problem, because your mistake will be really costly for the company. Second thing is, to make a board itself will take about a lot of time. I have to give it out, manufacture, I have to put the components and solder them, everything. Finally, if it doesn't work, then I have to do the recycling and everything. So that we'll discuss now, those things. And next one is board implementation. Once you design a circuit, somebody have to do the layouting. That's called implement. That's called, people will do the PCB layouting. In the PCB layouting itself is having a two branch. One is called CAD, one is called CAM. It's called computer aided design. That is, how do you design? Then, before it go for manufacturer, you need to do a lot of testing and a lot of thing. That's called computer aided manufacturing. That's called CAD CAM. Okay. Before you give it to the machine, which will produce a PCB, then you need to have a very thorough idea. Then next level is called part identification. What are the parts you're going to use? Today, there are, you know that there are lots of manufacturing companies are coming to India, like Apple, Flextronics, and so many people. They look for n number of people of this. You say that, sir, I know data sheet thoroughly. I know all the parts, this equal, everything. Then you are the most wanted guy there. Okay. Then BOM verification. That's called BOM, means bill of material. Whatever components you have used, all are there or not, everything you need to verify. You should be thorough about the components, and you should know all the properties of the components. So these two fields does not require software. Okay. So if you say that I don't agree, and somebody say I hate software, you can go for that. But the problem is they look for something that we will discuss what they look for and how do you get into the thing. Okay, so this, if you go for it, then how to prepare in the college itself. That must be very clear. It is possible. Okay, so normally anybody can get it here. But as I told you that, don't underestimate PCB. Every board manufacturer, every system manufacturer should have a board every day. So all the boards have to be manufactured. If you are very perfectionist, there are people make lakhs and crores of rupees. I know a lot of people have flew all over the world by knowing this PCB design. Everywhere it's wanted. This is one of the wonderful art, but you should be very good on that. Okay, there's nothing like I know it. Like then you can be here itself earning small money. Otherwise you can go to the every multinational company need a board designer. They have it. Okay, next thing is in the board itself called board testing. Okay, so in there's a testing is, you know, that it's the most toughest. Okay, you have to go with the design. You should understand what's supposed to come and what is coming. And if you don't know the in-depth knowledge, then you have to always go to the manager and ask somebody, and that doesn't look good. So you need to solve the problem why it is not working. You should look the schematic and see. The problem is, if you take myself, when I started the career, I was designing a board. Then I have done the PCB routing. Then I created the parts. Then I did the bill of material. Then procure the component. I did soldering, and I did the board testing. Okay. Nowadays, board testing have two components. One is this type of electronic testing. This is bottom level testing. That is, you should know how to use the meter, multimeters, and DSOs, and MSOs. MSO is a mixer signal. That's basically analog and digital. Digital DSO is a digital signal oscilloscope. That's all. And logic analyzer and soldering skill. Okay, this type of thing normally you may not have done it in the college, but today, to be honest, these things are, that is today, you can get an oscilloscope and logic analyzer and a multimeter. All these things are around 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees. You need not, you can set up when I set up a lab in the Quora, people ask me, how do you set up a lab? You can buy all these things. They are nothing. Yeah, multimeter today, you spend about 200, 300 rupees, you get a good multimeter. You spend about 1,000 rupees to get a digital oscilloscope, which you can connect to the USB of your port and see all the analog waveforms. And you have a logic analyzer. Fine, you spend about 700, 800 rupees. You get a beautiful logic analyzer. All this, see, these things were costing, when I was doing it, these things were costing about lakhs and lakhs. We cannot even see them. Only a big companies in our office now. To use the logic analyzer, there will be a lot of fight. They will be having, even such a big company like HCL will have only one digital storage oscilloscope or one logic analyzer. So we'll go at morning 5 o'clock itself, start using it. Whoever comes first and grab it. Okay, that's the way we do that. Okay, and when you're doing testing, if you find something mistake, you need to do the small adjustment. You may not do the entire board. That is somebody, the technician or some automated machine will do the full soldering. But knowing your soldering, otherwise what happens, every time you have to go look for night 11 o'clock you are testing. You find a problem. That's all. You have to wait for till next day morning if you don't know soldering. If you know soldering, you will take the pin out and do the connection and do that. This is the another interesting area. I lived with this area for about 13 years, from about 87 to 2000. These are all a wonderful area on the electronic people. For electronic people, the board design, board layouting, and board testing is a wonderful area. I wish every electronic students do this all the three before they complete the degree. That's a nice pattern, and you could do it without spending huge money. Let's say you four people join together, you put about a small money, because this multimeter, the digital oscilloscope, logical analyzer can be shared with the students. Okay, and you can start. See, it's actually using logical analyzer or digital oscilloscope is equivalent to watching a Facebook. Am I right? So it's not very boring one. They're all very interesting one. Okay, they are all very interesting one. Now, like I told you now, they are all using like a Facebook. It is much more than that. You like watching a movie for an electronic student, seeing the signal on the board. It's all very interesting. That's why most of the people say that, sir, I got into the IT, sir, I'm getting bored. Okay, this is also because of the mindset. They love to live with the signals. Am I right? Then these fields are two good fields. But as I told you that everywhere you require to have your degree is only a sufficient. Okay, that does not take you to everywhere. That you have to have something extra. I have a plan. If you are first year, how to do this? If you are second year, how to do that? You can do all these things with a very minimal cost. Today, you get a wonderful software. You can do your own design. You can buy a microcontroller board. You can design your own board. You can solder the component. You can use it by about before you complete the second year. You should have done all these things. Then you do wonders. Okay, there were two things have to go parallel. One is this type of jolly activity, but this and a lot, if you don't do it alone, then we do join with the interested group of people, two, three people. It's a very interesting one, the college. You keep in touch. We will discuss how to create the groups and do the thing later. Who are interested, I don't know. I'm just creating so many people. Who are interested can come to me. That's how to do that. Next, the next topic is, that after the this one, what do you call hardware design? The thing came to the market was VLSI. So, and VLSI had a two designs, like what we see in the this also in the board design. One is design, one is PCB. Here also same thing. Here we call it as a front end design and back end design. Okay, there were two parts in the VLSI. The front end design is you should have a very thorough of digital electronics, and you should know the two softwares. One is called Verilog, one is called VHDL. Both are almost same. VHDL is slightly more towards like an assembly. Verilog is like a C. That's the difference. So more towards hardware side is VHDL. It's like say equations. You write a logic equation, because most of the American defense was using that. Most of the defense companies are using VHDL, and that has become a standard of theirs. So it's still live, but in industry, popular one is Verilog, and the other one is called verification. In the front end itself, there are two things. One is design. One is verification. Okay, so these two are the nice fields for getting into it. So, but sometimes this field not very much touched in the college. So because of that, people don't aware of it. That's why I say these are the thing to be in syllabus during the all the concept has to be in first year. The tools has to be in second year. You should be because it requires 3 years to practice. Let's say you decided to get into this VLSI front end, then you should start practicing Verilog from the second year, not at the final semester. Okay, not at the final semester, because you will have a lot of work in the final semester. That's not the peaceful time. You better do it at the second year or third year beginning. Okay, I preferably do that second year, that is fourth semester. Third semester end you can start. That will be a right time for doing it. See, that's why today I do not much encourage internships, because you can do at your home all this thing. Everything is available. Okay, you can do wonderful things at your home itself. then you can go for internship. But internship go at fifth or sixth semesters. But do the 4 semesters. See, please understand, when you go for internship, if you know all these things and go for internship, when you're applying for internship, you know all these things. As an engineer in the working in the company, if you come as an intern to me, I do not have time to spend with you. Am I right? Not everybody, because every industry is having lots of pressure. What will I do is, if I feel that, hey, this guy knows very long, man. Oh God. Then I ask, hey, Ganesh, can you please write all these things? Okay, Bharat, can you do these things? Okay, I will ask you to work. Then if you start doing it very effectively, that's all enough, man. That 1 or 2 months, you will enjoy. You know one thing, what I will do after 2 months, I will go and tell my manager, hey, this James came, man. He's too good. Note him. Once he complete this one college, take him to the company. That's the way so many interns have joined with us. Okay, in our company, so many interns have joined just by this methodology. Okay, the next one is called system Verilog. That's like a Verilog, but slightly like more like a C. There you will do the you heard about called without multimeter, without digital oscilloscope. I'm testing the circuit. Previously, you do the circuit and you test it out using the meters, but today I do the design, then I do the verification. Okay, so today verification itself is a previously a person who design have to do verification. Today, no. Today, one guy design, 10 people verify, because they don't, if there's something fault, the whole IC has to be thrown out. So no company wanted to get out without verification. It's another quite interesting field. Okay. You may not know. You think that lots of ICs are manufactured. See, you think that we don't manufacture the ICs. All ICs are manufactured at China and Taiwan and US and everywhere. But please understand, when you buy a book, you do not give a value for printing. You value the content of the book. The content of the book is more important than the book printing. You never worry about which press it is printed, but you see the author who has written the book. The same way, all these things, the chips, what you get today, most of the designs, okay, the front-end designs are happening in India. Please understand. We may not do manufacture. We may not have the logistics to manufacture the ICs. Now only we are talking. Okay, now the government is taking the initiative to do everything, but we hope everything, because it requires huge investment. We lost the boat, but it doesn't matter. But we are too good. For example, last chip which I was working, the whole chip was designed and verified at Chennai. Okay. Even though the chip is manufactured, it was there in US. It was fully tested from India. So please understand, don't ever believe these people don't have a job opportunity job, because see, they expect something. You if you start begging them, sir, you give me a job, I will do anything for you, I will work hard, everything, they don't believe, because they have seen a lot of people like that. Okay, you say that I know these things, I have done it. Okay, if you want to ask me anything, I'll prove it to you. That there are a lot of facilities. I will tell you how to do that at home. If you decide to do, if you decided to do at that, you can do wonders, because this is one of the best field, and you know that IC manufacturing will never see. Don't ever compare with only the small market here. Everything IC is a world market. Okay, let us say that if you want 100 people in the world, why don't all the 100 people from India? You become perfect. It doesn't matter today. They don't mind if you are sitting at Noida, if you are sitting at somewhere in Gujarat, or somewhere in Andhra, or in Tamil Nadu, remote village, or whatever it is. The people in US or China, they know how to identify you and take you. That's why we say that come out, whatever you know. That we will discuss later. That's why I told you, the last 2 days are there where we discuss about how to get an interview call and how to pass through the interview. These are all the tricks we need to thoroughly discuss. Okay, unless otherwise, what do you know? You don't exhibit, you don't get a job. How do you exhibit? If you say that I've applied so many things in Naukri, I applied so many, well, I was keep quiet, you keep quiet. That's all. Okay. Unless, say, I need people, and you have a, this one, what do you call, technology, and you have a expertise, but we have to know that. Okay. That's why. But the problem is, there's a very tricky thing is that these type of typical things require a lot of big tools. Generally, these type of things are available in the big institutes like an IIT, NITs, or topmost engineering colleges. They have it. Top universities, they have it. So normal engineering colleges may not have the tools. But today, for your advantage, see, today is a very, very beautiful day, man. There is nothing called tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 engineering college. The guy who is in tier 3 engineering college can do as good as an IIT guy. Okay, there is, it's only your mindset, your block, your mental block stops you. You know that now. There's a story when that's all, not story. Even today it's a true. When there's a elephant was small, they used to tie the legs with a small thread. That man, okay, the person who is maintaining the elephant, but it cannot break that thread because that's not a power. But unfortunately, when it become big also, it feels that it cannot do that. The same way you have a problem. You cannot do it. You could have done it about so many years back. But today, in 2021, the life is so easy for all of you. But only thing is, somebody have to tell you the methodology and you should ready to follow that. That's the trick. See, the trick is I'm telling you that you should be ready to follow that. If you don't do that, because you get advice from 1,000 people. Am I right? Out of which two you're going to follow. That's gone, man. You know, when my daughter was finishing 12th, so many people came for advice. You know what I did? My daughter, I gave a government stamp paper of 20 rupees. I told them, if anybody advises you, give the paper and ask them to sign. Tell them that you are responsible for my life. I will follow your decision. You are responsible for my life. Am I right? That's the way you should do that. You have to do the experiments and find which is right. Don't accept. Even I am telling today, don't accept. At the same time, once you find my thing is working for you, never hesitate to follow. That's a trick. That's a trick. Till you accept, don't follow it. Do at that time, do a lot of experiments. You can do that. See, please don't make thing, but the time has to be managed very well. I'm not telling that don't use WhatsApp. I'm not telling that don't use Facebook. But I'm telling that instead of using 8 hours of Facebook or WhatsApp, very surprising. Yesterday, a person contacted me. See that, sir, I completed 12th. Completed 12th. My college opens only on first year college opens only on September. I have next 3 months. I want to do the courses. See that? How early somebody is taking a decision on his life. He has not even touched the college, but he is taking a decision, and he somehow found me through the thing, and he started going to learn the C programming now. When he is not even joined the first year of the college, he will be joining by September. The 3 months he will become master. So please understand. See, my thing is truth, man. Even if you have completed this one graduation, you work somewhere else, IT industry, or you are something. I told you, there are people, those who have worked on the HDFC collection agent, or this one, Sutherland, BPOs. They come in the evening after the college. They come after the work. They come at night, 6 o'clock, 6:30. Those days I was not conducting everything. I was conducting only physical classes. They come and sit and learn and go. Today they are all. But the problem is, don't expect the result next day. Okay, because if you want to do that, you should start it by 10th or 9th. That's, you are starting now. Am I right? So it will be a small process, but make sure that the only one thing you have to make sure is, are you progressing daily? These are all supposed to be only tier 1 college, then move to tier 2. But today it is called tireless, because even a person who has not joined the engineering, a 10th and 11th standard student can learn VLSI front end. Okay, if you decided not to do that, it's very tough. It's a college thing I cannot touch. Then it's a mindset. If you take anything, it's very difficult. Today it's very difficult, man. Otherwise, it's very easy, everything. Today, the whole industry has changed. It's all very, that's all, even the top companies say that we recruit people without degree. Am I right? Such a level of thing is required. Enough. Your 12th is normally sufficient for all these things. Whatever you studied engineering is not at all required. Fine. Let me put it on a very correct face. Otherwise, I could not give you the confidence. Okay. Your 12th knowledge, mathematics or physics or engineering, whatever, electronics, electrical, whatever is studied up to 12th is sufficient to do all these things. But there is a process. The problem is you move one step to other step very fast. That is a problem. The problem is not with the technology. Problem is not with the process, everything. The problem is the way which you go. I know, man. Because why I'm telling you is that when I teach so many people the C programming, oh God, they wanted to have a very fast. I said, hey, don't do it. No more. No, sir, I have only today holiday. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Nothing will come to you like that. Do it aram se. Okay. You will learn very slowly. Have it very casual. Don't take it to heart. Don't put the extra effort. Don't make it as a very difficult one. The same way, like a front end, this is another area where you don't need a back end. That's called floor planning. You know that where do you keep the component, how do you do the clock tree, and finally do the routing, and finally make the file. That's the way you do the thing. These are all the typical thing of called backend. But these tools are all very expensive. But today you don't need it. Today you get the things very cheap also. Today I told you now. See, the trick is very clear. If you say that I can drive only on the BMW, somebody has asked 1 minute. Yeah, normally sufficient, but the problem is nowadays they expect to know the Verilog also. But once you know the digital electronics in depth, you will understand the Verilog also. It's very easy. It is very easy, Verilog. Only what you know, you have to put it. Okay, that's very easy. Verilog is not very tough. Okay, there is a site available. Okay, so that you can start practicing. But don't like a embedded, which we'll discuss later, like that. Don't be hurry. See, half of the time you lose everything because of half of a thing. It's your hurry, and you wanted to go faster, you fall down and you never go anywhere. And second thing is so much of confusion. Oh, you go for VLS for 2 days, come back. Then you go for embedded for 5 days, come back. Then go for hardware design. Then somebody said DSP. Somebody said, hey, these are all waste, man. IT is a flourishing field. Then I go for machine learning. That gone, man. Suddenly you learn Java. Suddenly one day you learn Python. What is that? Yesterday I showed you that's the thing. If you dissipate your energy, you cannot break the wall. You focus your energy, you can break the wall. Nobody will be coming to you. But the problem is, it will take some time initially to put the effort. Are you ready for that or not? That I'm ready to give you the ideas, but are you ready? This comes under physical design of an IC, exactly. It's called backend is IC physical design. That's called, this is called backend's other name is called, the other name of backend is called physical design. Physical means real. What you do in the Verilog front end is you do in the paper, in the computer, like at the circuit diagram. But when you do PCB, it comes to you physically in your hand, like that. This backend is a physical design. Okay, so that's called physical design. But the tools are slightly expensive, but they are with only top people. But today you can do it. Okay, today it's all possible. I'm creating a nice flow for this also. So far I've not done much, but I worked on these things. So I know that I designed the full chip. So I know the full back end flow, all these things, clock trees, everything. So, but unfortunately, I didn't work on the last 10, 15 years. Now I'm designing a flow with my friend. I can give you all the people, all the things. Then the first one is board design. The second one is VLSI. Third one is embedded. Okay, so the embedded field require top level. There are two branches, which I don't know how many of you know that. There's something called embedded electronics, embedded system. We all know about embedded system, that is because physical. Embedded system is physical. Embedded electronics is not physical. That's the reason most of us don't know. We get confused. We think that every company is looking for embedded system, but every company is looking for embedded electronics. Embedded electronics is 100% C. That's all. Embedded electronics is only programming, nothing more than that. Whereas embedded system is embedded electronics plus all the electrical components, sensor, all the thing you are doing it. Okay, that's called embedded systems. Okay, so if you take a multinational company, they will look for embedded electronics, but we think embedded systems and get confused. That's why I said now, if you know only C program, they will take you. That's because that's all embedded electronics. But there is a difference between, there's a small difference. See, there's nothing called embedded C. There's a C used in electronics is called embedded C. That's why. So it's not, there's nothing, Dennis Ritchie or nobody has defined something called a standard called embedded C. But there's a C standard is there, ANSI C. Okay, you have a standard, but not called embedded C standard. But if you use a C on embedded system, that's called embedded C. There's nothing big difference. That's why when I teach people embedded system, unless I wish you prove it to me that you are good at C programming, I will not teach you embedded. I don't just like that because you wanted, I will not teach, because then you will lose the interest and I will lose my time. Every time you will come back to me, sir, it's not working. That is not working. That's all. You will be complaining only not working. If you get into the embedded system without mastering a C programming, you will be always asking the question that, but please understand, embedded is C itself two things. One is called C language, one is called C programming. C language is very easy. You can master within a week. If you take another 5 days class, you will master embedded C. But programming is a very good art. You have to keep on practicing. Okay. You need a trainer for programming. You cannot do. There are people those who do one, but that's a very, very rare. That's a very, maybe 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 10,000. Sometimes when you get stuck, somebody have to help you out. That's what I think. So please understand there are two fields, but there's something called embedded hardware design. No, the board design has come there itself. So the board doesn't matter. You do the board for using VLSI boards, PGA and everything, or you're using a board for embedded electronics. There's only a board design. There's nothing called embedded hardware design. Embedded means software. That's all. There's nothing called embedded board design. Okay, please. But in the embedded system, you will connect all the sensor, everything. There you have to be good knowledge about electrical. Okay, and sometime you would like to know about mechanical knowledge. So it is not. Oh, sorry. Yeah, language is a set of rules. Language is like a grammar. Like you see, you know that whether your mother tongue is Hindi or Gujarati or Bengali or Tamil or Telugu, whatever it is, nobody likes the grammar, man. See, if you take me, I myself was scored 40% marks in Tamil when I was doing the schooling. But I love Tamil. I speak Tamil. I written books in Tamil. But I scored only 40% in my 12th exam in the Tamil. Okay, that's a problem. It is not with your language. It is not with your programming. It's not, you don't like. The problem is the grammar. It's a set of rules. You don't like the rules. That's why normally you don't like the rules. You would like to think yourself. Think of it. Is the lion or thing like to be in a cage? You never like to walk when you are a kid. You never like to walk holding your father's hand. You like to walk independently. That is why programming is a common sense. It is all about literature. Okay, that's why I say that without knowing a C language, you can start doing wonderful programming. Please don't start studying too much language. Then it will hurt your programming ability. Too many language, you know, if you know too much of a language grammar, you don't know how to apply that. As long as I know went in English, I say I went home, that's all, I finish. The moment I know that, I have gone, I had gone, I has gone, I gone, man. I don't know, I'll use went. I don't know when I will use I went home. When I will use I had gone home, when I use I have gone home, I get confused. Am I right? But I know only went. I'd say I went home, man. Finish. So please understand, I will draw it on the boards later how to do this. This is not only you, 99% of the ECE students, electronics people have this problem. They don't differentiate between C, like they see so many videos. I've seen so many videos from YouTube, man. I've bought so many Udemy courses, everything. You see it, man. Then how do you, who is going to do swim? You have to swim. By seeing the video, you cannot swim. By seeing the video, you cannot drive a car. The moment you start writing a program, you know that I cannot write a single line of code what is written in the letter C book. But when you see the book, you'll understand everything, man. That's a trick. How come I understand everything? I'm not able to do that. That's a trick. That's a skill. We'll discuss about that. Okay, so let's go to the embedded system. Then there's a big thing is called embedded testing. There's a new field coming up everywhere. Like a software people, there was a testing there. Unfortunately, the software field they could automate the testing, but in embedded field, the automation of not done because everything is going to be physical. Your software is controlled. So I cannot. I have so many boards which I run embedded testing. Embedded testing requires a full software and full hardware knowledge. You should be thorough in electronics. You should be able to write the diagnostics and everything. You should be fairly good at embedded software. So to do the embedded testing, that's a every big company in India. They were looking for people, but they don't have it because same way. Next one, if you write your resume, I know post layout verification. Today, what happened? All the VLSI field within the IC, they put the processor, but before they send it to the fabrication house, get the IC done, they want to verify. Previously, the verification was done only by system Verilog or something. But today, the verification has to be done by the software also. So, see, that's what I'm telling. You have so many things have come in the electronics field. There's so many things. And each and every field is a 2-3 years specialization. If you say that you take only embedded testing and 3 years you do it, when you come out of the engineering, you get a 1 lakh salary. Okay, you do all the interest, everything, and don't get the salary. See, my biggest worry is this. I don't mind what you do in the college. When you are finished at the end of the day, okay, I have a 3-point formula, man. I have a 3-point formula. First one is you have to, on the day one, you should get a job. When you get out of the college, the first day you should have a job. Second one is that has to be high paying job. I will do any preparation for that during my 4 years. If you don't do that, you can do anything extra, I don't mind. But your goal has to be this. Okay, that is what I'm aiming. How many of you are coming with me is coming. I don't mind. Okay, that's why previously I did not come out because I was working in the companies. But now I'm out. I'm ready to give you the right path. But the path, you will not believe it for the first few days because your mind has been put so many things. You need to unlearn and learn things. That is what called genius in 2020, 20 plus 21. Unlearn and learn. The guy who carried away the old stuffs, that means that your legs are pulled by the old stuff. If you say that I'm too much interested only on depletion layer and analog designs and everything, today you know what we do? The DSP. We convert analog to digital and everything digital processing. And DSP is full of. You see that now? I have not used the word DSP at all here. The problem is that field is 100% mathematics. That I cannot do anything. That nothing to do with electronics today. Okay, so unfortunately, it's gone to the full of DSP. DSP has gone to the. If you know embedded, it's fine. You can do some DSP algorithm in there. Otherwise, everything is in MATLAB. MATLAB is giving you the C code and Verilog code. They can directly do it. No issues now. Okay, so that's the thing. There's a very niche area, but that's doing wonderful area now. Okay, so now we go to the board. Okay, I've given you a top idea of what are these things, and I'll tell you the few important points on the board. Apart from there are so many fields are there, medical electronics and biotech, so many things, but all of the agriculture thing and so many things are coming. But don't worry, all of them. They are all branches of these things. Okay, don't get too much into the. Okay, now let's come. Please understand the flow now very clearly. I told you initially industry has started coming with the board design. That's why still we think electronics means hardware. Then came on VLSI. When the VLSI came initial days, when I was doing it, I worked on it when beginning stage. It was about lots of hardware stuffs. Then few of them are software. The software, I mean, it has its own software called Verilog or VHDL. Then hardware is a typical digital. If somebody knows analog, know analog perfectly. You have a job. You can go to the top of the MNC companies. Okay. But don't say that I'm trying, I'm not getting a job. There are methods. I will tell you exactly. I told you now. There are methods to enter into the MNC companies if you are in tier 3 college also. Okay, a lot of people of tier 3 college have gone to the big companies. There is a entry methodology there in India very easily. Please understand that we will discuss. Okay. And third one is very long. Sorry, embedded. This is 100% C. It's only C, nothing more than that. Now, the problem I have to know that is very clear. Unless otherwise you feel it, you do physically something. Understand? If you see that really, whatever you see, from up to 12th you study theory. Engineering also you study theory. The problem today, you don't believe me anything, whatever I'm saying. Everything because all the air and where is the life and all these things. It is because you have everything on your brain as a numbers and theory, words and pictures. They were not as a expertise. There's a big difference between experience and expertise. And there's a big difference between practical and practice. Okay. So think of it. Think of it a job. Think. You have 5 years experience. You have 5 years experience. You go and write to the company, I have 5 years experience in the field. They will call for interview. Am I right? They will not give you a job. Why? You have 5 years experience. Now they should give a job to you. Why they are not giving you the job? It is because the company knows that for 5 years experience person equivalent to 5 years expertise. Understand, there is a difference between experience and expertise. If you don't meet that, you're gone. But same time, sometime a 2 years experience person could have had 5 years expertise. They would have selected him. That's why you see that somebody walked through the ladder very fast. It is the trick of experience versus expertise. Somebody may be having a 30 years experience, be at the same thing, not in the ladder. These are all the tricks of the industry. But trying to understand this industry. What I am telling you is that in the college, I know that in the college you are a young age. Your blood is so hot and how do you call it? It's full of energy. So you want everything to be fast. And that's what the world is running fast. You can download the movie, it comes immediately. You can sit in your home, in your hostel room and watch the movie. Am I right? Everything looks to be very simple for you. So you thought this also simple. No. Please understand how many years you take. You cannot learn swimming just by listening. like that. A skill is skill. Today, all of them, whether it's a board design or VLSI or embedded, you get for all of them free softwares in the market. Everything is available free. Okay, you learned, see, because there's an advantage for them. If you learn them, okay, when you go to the company, they will use their software. Let's say, for example, Eagle. If you practice Eagle software today for the board, this one, PCB design, then when you go to the company, then you will start using the software and you will buy the software. So everybody is giving you free for up to the student level, whatever level you can do it. See, that is what exactly companies require. For VLSI, do the front and back end. There are softwares available from Verilog, from Xilinx or Intel, everybody. You have to get them. There are free sites. Get it. Okay, but stick to that. Don't have a getting into the thing and going is a very tough. I will tell you where you have to do the decision. And embedded, you know that C compilers, everything is free of cost, man. Nothing have to be done. Okay. Once you learn the trick of how to do self-learning, maybe I train people about 1 month or 2 months, then they don't come to me. They do it by themselves. They need only a first 1 or 2 months of inertia. So take them away to the field. Then they do it by themselves. They don't need my help. Okay. Then they will ask only things. Sir, give me a problem. Once I give a problem, they start doing it. Then they come back to me. I solve the problem. Okay. So that's the way they do the thing. Now, the trick here is, the trick has to be understood. Why I'm telling you this as early as possible. Some of you maybe the first year here or second year, third year, or finally, I don't mind. When you want to start, don't fix the pattern. First, you should know what is electronics. If you do not understand what is electronics, your VLSI, everything will go away from you. What is electronics can be learned in a very cheap way, in a very cheap way using embedded. Embedded will give you what is electronics. That's a trick. Okay. Then you'll be doing it about a month. I'm not 1 month. 1 month. Then you can decide, no man, I will go on this path. Or after 1 month, move on. Go to VLSI. Try. Then find out how it is. Interesting. Then after, you can do it within 1 month, VLSI you can learn a good level. Then go to the board design. Do all of them. So that means that what I'm trying to say is that within 1 semester, okay, you can do all these things. But this is a trick here. That this trick is the one we are missing. This is the trick which you missing. This is what I tell the colleges everywhere. When the student come join and teach them what is electronics by embedded. That's an easy one. Please understand, it is not a very tough. Please understand. It's the most easiest one is embedded. Okay, that if somebody comes to me, I taught students of 7th standard within 1 day. So who I taught 7th standard. Okay, not even a top school. I go to the villages, underprivileged people, students. I teach them within. If you want, I can show their videos. They sit under the tree. They don't have anything. They're given a free laptop given by the government. Okay, I go in the morning. I teach them what is what, electronics. Then I give a, sorry. I give a board to them. They do it. Okay, then they start doing it. They will first blink the LED. Then they will on the 7 segment. They do it at the end of the day. I come back. Then what they do the same practice and send the videos to me on the WhatsApp. Okay, with the laptops. Fine. I don't even tell them what they're using a C language. I told them this is the way you give them the commands to the processor. They don't even know that what they are doing is a C. Trick of it. The problem is sometimes the words matters. Because somebody told you that C language is a very tough one, you think that C is tough. Somebody that the software is very difficult, man, you hate software. Now nothing. You can be a 12th biology student or a history student or commerce student. It doesn't matter. Anybody can learn C. It's a common sense. It's a very simple thing. No. This is, don't do this mistake. The thing is that there's nothing. Don't come out with a hate or anything. Start with no. It's as if no, man. You know that untouchability in the society, like that we have a big untouchability in the college. I am a computer student. I will not learn engineering. I'm an engineering student. I will not learn this one, computer science. The next one is within the electronics. I said no. I am embedded. I hate VLSI. No, I am VLSI. I hate software. No, man. I don't touch the hardware. What is this? You are an electronic student, man. Learn everything. The college is a place to learn embedded. Don't worry that today everything is available at a very cheap rate, throwaway price. The amount of money you pay to college, the amount of money you're going to spend now is, see that, not even 1%, man. Not even 1%. Okay. You spend about, average, everybody spend about 5 to 10 lakhs to the college for the ECE degrees. Let us assume about 5 lakhs. You spend about 5 lakhs. You know what is a 1%? 5,000 rupees. Enough. You can do wonders. You can learn all the three. You can know all the three. If you learn, you can learn all the three: embedded, VLSI, and board design. All the three you can learn within this first year. But the problem is with you. I don't know to whom you are trying to satisfy by say that I use the BMW. I learned car driving in BMW, man. No, you better be a driver, man. Don't waste the money. Go to the our Alto car or Santro car and start learning, man. It doesn't matter. Why do you want to satisfy somebody that I use this one? Okay, they're all nothing. Okay, today most of you are having a laptop. I know that most of engineers without laptop is not possible. Then you have to add extra 5,000. You can learn all these three technologies. Okay, then decide which one you want to go. Okay, then start doing that path. But there are so many where, see that the major path itself, I told you that hardware, VLSI, and embedded. In here itself there are more. See, I'm very interested on the VLSI. This is medical electronics. Go there. Bio, architecture, whatever it is, you go. IoT. You want to go to IoT? Go. Embedded extension is IoT. Embedded plus networking is embedded plus networking is IoT. Go there. Because today you know that everybody is talking IoT. Because you say IoT, we will not select you. Don't worry. No company select you because you done IoT project or you use the Arduino, you use the Raspberry Pi, everything. Those things doesn't matter to me. In the company interview, I will check you how much fundamentals you have it. And I also know very clearly whether you have done the product by yourself or you copy it from the net. So don't ever try to cheat us. Okay, please do it. There's nothing wrong in copying. But once you copy, throw away. Take the other board, do everything by fresh. Whatever you copied, it's very good. There's nothing wrong in it. Because that tells you that I can do it. Am I right? Then start doing it by yourself. Only copy, then you stop it. That is sufficient for the interview. I will ask you only one question exactly where he could have done a mistake. Hey, that guy is 3.3 volt, man. This is 5 volt. How did you connect it? This could have spoiled, no? I see. Sir, I think it is, but if you do think, then I know that you have not done it, you have copied. That is enough. If the moment you will say, what if you have done it? Yeah, that's right. I use a level shifter. I use this IC, and that guy is 3.5 because it gives you only 2 milliamperes. That guy gives me 10 milliampere. I've done it. Finish. You are selected. Oh God, this guy has done it, man. Really. So please spend some time, 1 hour every day on your college. It's a wonderful period. That's why I have taken this whole talk. It's specialized for college students. Even if you're in industry, if you're working somewhere, spend 1 hour every day. You will feel it exactly after 1 or 2 months your effort. But The 1 hour every day, whether it's a Sunday or Saturday or everything, evening 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you fix the time. If somebody comes to you for a talk or walk, don't listen. Better do it. This is what your future. If you say that no, not the thing, I will compromise everything, you have done. If you do the break for 1 day, you will go very 1 day break, you will come back and start. That means that you lose 2-3 days. Don't do it. Do continuously till it go to the thing. Also, see, I do the experiment today. First experiment. Then you do second experiment. Then you do a third experiment. But don't go to fourth. Go to first once again and do the first. First time when I did it, I took 10 minutes. Now I do it for 2 minutes. Second, how comfortable I am, I'm doing it. What you people are doing it, you do not do this path. What you do it is this. So our jobs are all very clear. 3 fields: embedded, VLSI, and hardware. Okay. There you have called embedded electronics. As I told you, this is what the thing. I'll explain to you once again. This is very, very, very understand. That's see. Embedded electronics is a center. That is your process. This is full of C code, nothing else. This has a pins. This is full digital. Now you have the sensor, drivers, everything called embedded system. Okay, then you do it inside the box. That is called product. So don't ever think that is embedded system or embedded electronics, the one, all the multinational one, because they do all the sensor, everything. Somebody is very because they don't want to give it to you, but they will give it to you here in India. Embedded systems, embedded electronics, where it's about 100% software. That's what, man. Every I know that now. I'm working on every MNC company. They were taking the people only for this. That's why they say that, see your gun. You will be very surprised why I'm taking only C. I'm done. Okay, so this is the very top level view of your career. Jobs are there. Please listen to me. Jobs are there. Be with me always. I'll refer to the industry, where to go, how to go, everything. That we will discuss the coming days. How to go about the right. But the problem with you is you are off baked. You are not prepared. You have a thing that I know. Where did you see? Where did you judge yourself? Did you do self-assessment? You know that nowadays we don't believe certificates, because we get all the certificates are through different mechanism. We don't like. Industry don't like certificate. Even last company said, hey, networking. I worked on a networking company. You know what that guy said? Balajee, please make sure that don't allow anybody to the interview board who has passed the Cisco certificate, CCNA. See, we have banned CCNA. You know, the guy who comes with CCNA does not know anything about networking. What to do now? Understand? That's a problem now. So, where these are the tricks now. But there is one more field which I left it out. Please mistake me. Don't mistake me. That's actually now it comes. It is called, we just mistake it out, network engineer. This field is exclusively for electronic students. Basically, not even electronics, that's actually ECE students. They look for ECE because you studied a little bit communication also, they know that. So I have seen lots of network engineering jobs filled with ECE students. Okay, I don't know why it is, how it came in, and they somehow get into the. I told you now that it's a big opening. There are small opening. Through that they get in, and then they go into the thing. So there's so apart from the 3, there is a good field is for networking also. For the network engineering is fully electronics based. It is not software based. It's the 2 layers: hardware layer, software layer. The network engineering is here. You have lots and lots of opportunities there. So every product today is becoming networking product, wireless product. You have a wonderful future also there. Okay, so now we'll continue our discussion, but let me formally stop the recording. But I'm not going to stop the this one. So thanks for today's thing, and I'll stop the recording, but we continue the discussion.